Hello, everybody. Good day, good noon, good evening, and welcome to Whispers of the Forest. Unfortunately, on your way into the beautiful forest for the beautiful psychic squirrel, you may have accidentally taken a wrong turn and tumbled down the wrong rabbit hole. So, hi, I'll be your host for this evening in Squirrel's absence. My name is Bunny, and it's so good to see you guys again because I was just on about 5 minutes ago, or about 3 hours, 5 minutes, same shit, different day, unfortunately. So, welcome to Whispers of the Forest with this beautiful psychic bunny. No, unfortunately, I was about to say psychic squirrel. We're going to get it right, don't worry. But I am here. So, go ahead and get comfortable, get excited, because we're going in for round 2 today. Now, don't forget, everybody, hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and make sure you hit those notification bells, because you will want to be alerted whenever we go on it. Sometimes you get surprises like me, doing random things like filling in and surprise. I just ate a bunch of French fries, so I'm a little bit delirious, but we're gonna roll with it today. So remember, hit those notification bells if you want to be alerted when we're online. And go ahead and get comfortable, because as per usual, I must go through the house rules, and house rules are important. So if you are new here, if you're just joining us for the first time, hello, welcome. Go ahead, get comfortable, get you some cider. That sounds really good right now, apple cider. It is the season, y'all. We can now finally defrost or start frosting for the winter, because it's cold as crap already. So, house rules real quick. Let's go. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, I was about to say Instagram, good Lord. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and type your burning questions into the chat. But do remember, we cannot, under no circumstances, answer medical, legal, or pregnancies. In a lot of countries, those are illegal. Those are no-nos. We cannot do that, and we're going to leave that to the professionals. And if you would like a cheat code from me, because I like making life just a little bit easier, go ahead and submit a donation at journeyryanlive.com. And what that does is allow you to skip the line. You can push forward, push ahead, move through all the questions, get your question answered first, ready, and all that good stuff. So when you do select from the donations, you can choose a 3-minute, a mini, a medium, or a mega. Look, I got it right this time. And the mini, medium, and megas are all untimed. And if you're looking for a mediumship, go ahead and choose a mega. Mega is great for that. Unfortunately, I am not the best medium. So I'm a medium in training. I'm a baby. I'm a youngin. So I may not be the best one for that, but my beautiful, beautiful friends here at My Psychic Connection are great for that. But we do offer mediumships. So with that said, if you're having a good time here, you like what we're doing, and you like seeing my face more than once a day, go ahead and drop a review at journeyryanlive.com/review, and you can leave a review. Tell us how we're doing. Give us your feedback. So, y'all, we are back at it again. Those are the house rules. Get ready. We have a great show for you guys today. Woo, I'm out of breath because I ate French fries, so I apologize for whenever I get full, I can't breathe. It's a weird combination thing with me, so just bear with me until I get my bearings for today. Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and jump into some questions. Woo, because my heart's flying. It's a night today. Gemma, hello, Gemma. It's good to see you. Gemma asks, why do I have dreams about my ex? Why do I dream about my ex if someone mentions him? We split up about 8 years ago. Long story short, he was abusive. He kept me prisoner. Oh, few murder attempts. Oh, and left me disabled. Oh my goodness. Just a few things. And you say that with a laughing face, girl. Gemma also says, but I don't feel traumatized by it. Was a reflection of him, not me. but it happens so often without fail. I see, I understand. Ooh, Gemma. Ooh, you're dropping a lot today, Gemma. So let's kind of figure out. Now, I am not the best dream interpreter. That is not a skill set of mine that is particularly well versed. But what I can give you is a little bit of practicality tarot wise into why or what may be happening that makes you dream about this X. So I almost feel like I need to go in with another deck here that I can't seem to put my hand on. I almost feel like what's happening is this is more of a reflection of internal thoughts and internal feelings. And what I mean by that, Gemma, is more so it's not that you may outwardly feel traumatized by it, but it is something that really radiates within your mind. It's something that causes you a little bit of, maybe it's something you've more so buried and you haven't really been able. Gemma says, always here for the deep questions. Yes, I love a good deep question. So I almost feel like the way you reflect upon what has happened is through your dreams. Your dreams talk to you, or at least from my understanding, dreams talk to you, dreams speak to you. And I almost feel like to a degree that this may be a culmination of, this is something you might not, again, outwardly feel traumatized by, but something you've buried more on the inside. So it's something that is deep down underneath the surface and you're bringing it up, but you're not bringing it up in your present waking life. You're bringing it up when you are dreaming. And that might be how you are working through that trauma. Now, look, I'm not the best dream reader. I'm not the one to ask this. We do have a wonderful dream show, though, that happens on Wednesday. Someone's going to correct me later, but I'm pretty sure the dream show is Tuesday nights at midnight. And I feel like Kay and Journey would be great to ask about that one. Unfortunately, that's not my specialty. Gemma says, I do have a lot of hate for him. Yeah, sometimes when we bubble, like feelings, when we bury them underneath, they do show up at the craziest times. And a lot of times they will show up in our dreams. So that could be something. I could be on something, I could not be, but I'm always open to being wrong. And I do encourage you to seek out some of the other psychics on this channel to get a really good perspective and idea on what exactly that means. So thank you so much, Gemma. You're awesome. And thank you for your wonderful question. You guys, this is going great so far. Let's go ahead and just keep it jumping. So go ahead. Another question. I'm gonna get my life right, y'all. I swear. Audrey says, hello, Skwirl. Hi, Audrey. It's Buns today. So it's been 1 week since someone named Sabian, we call her Bean, has left our household. Is it over or should we still be on guard for her return? Thanks. Oh, that's interesting. So is this scenario between you and this bean over? Is it over? I feel like, honestly, no, it's not over. Will they return? I do feel like there might be a scenario in which there is going to be a return, or just not even a rekindling or a return. I just feel like more so you two are going to have some interaction. Audrey says, I'm shaking so bad right now in fear of what I asked. This Sabian girl caused so much trauma for my family in the last 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. Audrey, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you even have to deal with that, because no one should ever make you feel unsafe in that way. Unfortunately, I do see a scenario where there might have to be some form of dialogue or something in regards to this person. Are they going to show up to your house? I don't think so. Nothing like that. But what I am feeling is that the situation fully is not over just yet. I feel like Audrey says it's like she's possessed. Ooh. I hope not, because that's a lot. I hope not. I do feel like that there is some selfishness and egotistical. It's almost like a little bit of narcissism that I'm picking up from this person. However, the more you continue to not pay attention or just ignore the narcissist with all the drama they've caused, as long as you continue to ignore, I do Shoot, Audrey, we've ran out of time literally because me and the Bell have this love affair, but I think the more you ignore, the less power you give them. So just remember, the more you do. Audrey, Audrey says, hi, I missed you earlier. Thank you. You're so very welcome. Look, you get a second shot with me. We get double trouble today. It's the double the chaos. Look, we're prepping up for Sagittarius season. I'm getting excited. So I'm about to start putting a counter down for when the chaos begins, because all November, December, it's going to be a hot mess. So you guys, we're doing awesome today. And let's go ahead and jump into the next one. Maybe I'll have some carrots for thoughts a little later on. So Emma asks, hi, Squirrel. I'm curious to know what 2024 holds in terms of my entertainment career. Thank you lots. Emma, that's awesome. Like, that's a good start. And right off the bat, you got two pretty solid cards. Now, for 2024, I feel like you're going to have some decisions to make in regards to your career, right? You're going to have to figure out what path you would like to go. And I think this requires you to not only go through a certain type of path, but it's also going to be something you need to stick to. And I don't feel like this is necessarily if you don't follow the path, it's not going to work. But I do see you're going to have to you're going to have a couple choices to make in terms of where and how you want to go and what you want to do. And this is a good thing because it's lucrative. You just have to find the thing, you have to find your niche, and you have to stick to it. And I think that's what 2024 is really going to be for you, especially the first half of the quarter. That was so specific, but the first quarter of 2024 is finding that niche, finding your flow, and then really sticking to it, which is a good thing. This is going to allow, but it has to be something that breaks you out of your shell. So I feel like you're going to be finding what sets you apart from others, what allows you to excel, or what is so different than other girls or people in the entertainment industry, right? So you're going to be kind of finding what breaks you out of this box that you may feel like you're in right now. This is good. This is going to be a lucrative moment for you. And it's going to push you, or at least propel you in the way you want to go. So once you make that decision, it may close off some other options for you. So you really want to be sure, because it's almost like you have to be careful about how you typecast yourself is what I'm thinking. So in terms of that, I do see this kind of forward motion into your career, but also it's breaking off into how you want to be perceived. And next 2024 is going to be a lot about image for you, how you want to be perceived, how you want people to view you, how you want these things to go, and how you want people to. There is the bell. That's the bell. But thank you so much for your beautiful question. Good luck to you. That sounds exciting. Nice little new career into something different. Not even a new career for you. It's more so just a shift, and that's awesome. So I look forward to hearing more from you, and good luck, good luck, good luck. You guys are awesome today. Remember, if you are interested in getting your reading done, we are doing readings, and you are more than welcome to drop your burning questions into the chat. And if you want to skip the line and get a little bit farther ahead, you can go to journeyryanlive.com and you can leave a donation for a 3-minute, a mini, a medium, or a mega. Look at me go. Look, we're getting it together. I can finally breathe. Finally, them French fries are calming down my stomach. I was so hungry. Just wolfed them down with a swiftness. But go ahead and leave your burning questions into the chat, and we're going to go ahead and jump into another one. And then maybe I'll have like a thought for y'all. So Firefly Magic asks, hi, lovely squirrel. Is Aries really not that, is the Aries really not bothered with me dating others? He seems to go along with it in Lala, and he said he's not emotionally invested. So if so, seeing him would be pointless. Okay. I want to keep that one up for a little bit so I can just make sure I'm picking that up correctly. Is he really not bothered? No, I feel like he's fronting. Because I think the front here is because he does not want to seem emotionally invested or attached. He wants to play it cool. That's exactly what this is. He wants to play it cool. He doesn't want whatever his dwellings are in the hot seat as well. So he's just trying to keep the heat off of him. But what I'm feeling like he's giving you a little bit of a front, because quite frankly, because he wants to seem like he's not emotionally invested in you. I'm gonna be honest, he's kind of emotionally invested, but the problem is he's got to try and be cool. He's got to be like, oh yeah, I'm not emotionally invested. I'm cool. I'm this. I'm that. It he is, but he's gonna realize he was wrong. Like if you go out there and go find you some other person, it's gonna make him feel a certain way, and he's like, oh well, I'm so sorry, I was wrong. I think I think he's giving you a little bit of the runaround. I think he's trying to, be cool, try and, not be all emotionally invested because he may feel like it's too soon. But then also he doesn't want to seem like he's falling faster than you. It seems like this weird competition thing he has in his own head. So quite honestly, he's giving you a front. He's not being for real. I'm going to be honest. He's not being honest with you when he says, "Oh, he's not invested." That was a good question. I had a little bit more to go on. For some reason, I'm channeling really well tonight, you guys, because I didn't have to use the cards really much for that one. So look, you're getting me when I'm all warmed up and ready to go and revved up. So thank you so much, Firefly, for that beautiful question. You guys are awesome, 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 awesome. Let's see. So let's have some time to have a thought. Let's take a minute for a carrot. Let's have a carrot for your thoughts. And what is the carrot? The carrot is me. I'm giving you the carrot. I'm just giving you the thought to tease in front of your mind. So I find it really kind of interesting how people perceive psychics and what we do, right? So I have a show 6 p.m. Mondays called I Am Human, right? And we explore the interpersonal workings and the lives of psychics and what we do, and how sometimes a lot of people forget that we're human too. But I've always wondered something interesting a little bit about how people perceive us. It's like we're perceived to have the answers for everything, but then people still sort of will be dishonest towards us. And I've always found that kind of interesting. Like, it's kind of like talking to a human lie detector sometimes. And it's not that we'll always figure it out on the first go, but sometimes what we do is we'll wait, we'll get some pieces together, and then we figure it out. But then also sometimes what may happen is if we're given one piece of information and we can't break it down, we're then called like liars and scammers and stuff like that. And I've never understood exactly if we're not being given a whole story or a whole scenario, how are we the liars and the scammers and stuff? So it's always something that's just interested me, how we're supposed to know the answer for everything, and we're like put on this pedestal like we know everything, but then if we don't have all the information, we're just liars and scammers. I'm confused. Cassidy, the cards are your. I can't wait to interview you, by the way, on Monday. She says, love that. Yes, because that is something we all in this industry deal with. Somehow we got to know everything, and then at the same time, we're a liar. It's very confusing. So I've always wondered especially for the people that we talk to on a one-on-one basis, how maybe sometimes I would like us to think about how we can treat our psychic friends better, because we want to help you. We're not here to judge you. We are a neutral third party. When you drop out of our lines, when you go, we don't think about anything else. We disconnect. All you hear is an AOL dial tone noise. So it's like, how do we treat our psychic friends better? Because we have to remember that they're human too. And they can't have the answer for everything, but they do want to help. But you have to be super duper upfront with what you tell us, because it's really messed up and hurtful when we feel misled sometimes too. So that's just a carrot for your thoughts. Sometimes I think about things other than love and romantic topics as well. So let's jump into it. That was a carrot for your thoughts. Woo! I'm going to find a cute little melody for that or something, like a school bell. That would be cute. Let's make it happen. Anyways, let's go on and jump into our next reading or next question. Whoa. I'm going to get it together, y'all. I'm one day I'm gonna get it together. One day we're gonna have a show where there's no like vocal hiccups. It's gonna be phenomenal, allegedly. So while we're sitting here and we're, just chilling for a second to kind of continue on some thoughts, specifically about, psychics being human. I feel like, oh, wait, and here's another question. So, Mahesh, I hope I'm pronouncing your name wrong, my friend. I am so sorry. I'm like the worst with names. Mahesh says, my brother's mother-in-law wants to approach Nilofer directly and talk about us. Will it work? Now, I'm so sorry I'm pronouncing names wrong, but let's see. Will the approach work? I feel like it might be met with a little bit of angst. And I'm gonna be honest, this devil card upright, not only is it like a card of links and links between people, bad habits, this can come off a little bit angsty in a reading. So in terms of the focus with Net, I'm sorry I'm pronouncing his name wrong, Nilofer, I feel like it's going to rub him the wrong way a little bit. I feel like she's going to come off a little bit ruthless or a little bit uncaring. It's going to be a little bit jarring for him, but I do feel like eventually it will kind of work in some way, shape, or form, right? I do feel like it will work in some way, shape, or form. I think eventually, I think it's just going to take a minute because I think the initial thought process behind why and how she is doing this is going to come off a little bit, I almost feel like offensive or a little bit standoffish. There's a real defensive energy here. It's like a wall up. And so it's going to take a minute to break through that wall, but I do think it will work. It's just going to take a minute. And after the initial approach, just let things simmer down and then allow things to be rebuilt. So I think it has potential. So I do hope that helped you, my friend. That's a little bit complicated because remember, free will does override a lot in situations like that. So, oh, hello. We seem to be joined by a guest, I think. Oh, no. We seem to be having a little bit of tech issues today, and that's okay. It's the day.
Sorry, guys, we're having a little tech issue, but I do need to make an announcement to anybody who's saying that they've gotten skipped. The only way that you'll get skipped is if you're not following the rules. That means if you're not putting a specific question and you're putting a general question, those questions will be skipped. Those are saved for mypsychicconnection.com. If you ask a medical or a legal question, those questions will be skipped. Those are the rules. If you can't follow those rules, we will not answer your questions. Remember that. Thank you.
And that was a message from our wonderful Jenny Ryan. Thank you guys so much for being here for that announcement. That was super duper important. And thank you, Journey, because I have no clue what's going on ever. All right, you guys, let's go ahead. Oh, also, Manesh, thank you so much for your beautiful question. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to think I just left you hanging there. Thank you so much for your question, and I do hope it works out. Just give it a little bit of time. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome tonight. So remember, keep throwing your burning questions in the chat, and if you'd like to skip the line, you can go ahead and send in a donation at journeyryanlive.com. And if you like what's going on here today, you can go ahead and leave a review at journeyryanlive.com/review. I had to throw in a little whoop whoop at the end of that one. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the next question. Let's see what we have here with you guys today. Taylor, hi Taylor. What's going on with Daniel in regards to me? I told him I'm done and we just reconciled yesterday and he's already making me want to cut him off. Oof. All right, let's figure out what's going on with Daniel. Because Daniel sounds like, okay, Daniel's got a lot going on, clearly. Let's see. So in regards to Taylor, what is going on with Daniel? I feel there's a little bit of closed off activity. It's like emotionally closed off, a little bit of naivete coming from him. It's like, or he thinks you're more naive than you let off. So it's like, I feel like you two reconcile, but he's not really he's not really sorry. He's not really seeing what he's done. So it's almost like a slight, if that makes sense. It's like a slight. I'm drawing cards here just to kind of keep my intuitive thoughts in check. But for the most part, what I feel like is happening between the two of you, or him specifically in regards to you, he is sorry. He wants to reconcile, quote unquote, air quotes around that. The problem is he's not doing what he needs to do to learn from what exactly happened. So he's saying sorry, knowing he needs to say sorry to get you back. But in reality, Taylor is like, oh, he thinks I'm naive. Yes, there's a naive energy that is coming. And yes, sorry about that. But there's a naive energy that is coming through from there. And it's not necessarily from you, Taylor. It's how he views you. Like you're a little too young to understand, but he's not really learning from the scenarios that have happened with him before or between the two of you. So he's saying sorry because he has to, but he's not learned the actual lesson. Taylor, but I'm not, honestly. No, you're not. You're very well equipped mentally, and I can feel that. You're well equipped and you see it. The problem is he doesn't see it. He doesn't see that. So he's basically assuming, he's insinuating you are this way, but that's because he's a certain type of way. This reads as someone who's a little bit, I don't want to say too narcissistic, but there's a little bit of a controlling aspect to that. However, I do think he has feelings. The problem is he doesn't know how to emotionally handle himself. So he'll say sorry because he has to, but he hasn't really learned from the scenario. And that's kind of what's going on. So you've already reconciled. It's already been somewhat apologized for, and it's just back to square one again. Oh, I hope that was able to help you, Taylor. It's just sometimes we can say sorry all day long, but your actions have to show you're sorry. And if you're not learning from the apology and you're not learning from what happened, then it is a no-go. It's going to be super duper hard to kind of make things right with a partner after that. But I do hope that was able to help. Taylor says, thank you. You are so very welcome, Taylor. And I love the brown hearts. They remind me of like chocolate. I'm craving chocolate. It's nighttime, y'all. I like to eat at night. I'm very much a daytime grazer and a nighttime eater for real. Horrible habits to have. Don't follow in my footsteps, please. But thank you so much for your beautiful question. And let's go ahead and jump into the next one. And eventually we will have some carrots for thoughts. Let's see. Sabrina says, hello, lovely. Hello again, Sabrina. She says, my new partner, the guy you saw, we are now applying for rentals. Do you see a rental coming before Christmas as our living situation has changed? Sabrina, or change now. I see. So Sabrina, I answered this for you in my live a couple hours ago. It's a little bit of the same, right? It's a little bit of the same scenario. This would be something you need to conversate with this person about. This is something you would need to talk to this person about, because what I'm still seeing here is not necessarily a house. If anything, it's feeling more apartment-ish. I'm not seeing or visualizing an actual house because I feel like there's not enough push or conversation into what this type of house is, what you want, what you're desiring. I just feel like what's happening right now is there is this desire, but there's not the push and follow through. So unfortunately, a lot of what I'm seeing is a bit of the same as before. So I know that's not probably what you're expecting for an answer, but unfortunately, that's still how it comes off or comes across. I don't think it's going to be this year particularly, though, as well. So in terms of your house situation, I'm not 100% seeing it happening this year. So I do hope, excuse me, my thoughts are in the ether right now. So I do hope that helped answer your question. I hope I was able to give you a little bit of clarity again, Sabrina. I'm so sorry that answer hasn't really changed much, but unfortunately, it be like that sometimes. It be like that sometimes. So thank you so much for your beautiful question, Sabrina. And good luck. Good luck, because Christmas is literally 10 minutes away. Good Lord. That now reminds me my birthday is coming up. And I'm like, what do I want to do for my birthday? If you guys are wondering, my birthday is on December 19th. I'm going to be old. I'm going to be 32. And I have no idea what I'm doing for my birthday. I know I want sleep. I want sleep and I want peace. I will get neither. So the closer we start talking, the more we all start talking about New Year's and Christmas, I'm like, oh no, I'm old. I'm getting there. At least I feel old. I'm young. I'm vibrant. My body feels like it's 70 though. My knees are not kneeing anymore. I don't have Megan knees. I never did, but I mean, unless I get a knee replacement, then we're gonna get popping. But right now, no. All right, you guys, thank you so much. And thank you, Sabrina, for your beautiful question. Thank you for putting up with my foolishness. So let's go ahead and jump into the next one. You guys are awesome. I see all these questions and I'm so excited to answer them for you guys. Let's see, Asma. Oh, I'm getting it right, y'all. Asma asks, well, if I'm so sorry. I cannot pronounce things today. I am so sorry. And all these names are so beautiful. Let's see. I'm just going to say, will me and Fran, I'm so sorry, get paper for our marriage in the next 3 months, please. Oh my goodness. Asma, I'm so sorry. I have like horrible pronunciation. I have the tonage of a city girl, but there's that yeehaw countryness in me that just comes out, and it's I feel like in terms of you two getting your marriage papers in the next 3 months, I do think that's possible. I feel like more so towards January. I think January is more going to be the time frame where you guys are going to have your papers together. So I think it'll be sometime after the new year. If not in the new year specifically, it's going to be closer to February, more than likely. If the papers are already in and doing what they do, the paperwork things, I think so. But I think it's going to be a little bit of some time. I also feel like there might be some hiccups along the way. What those hiccups are, I'm not 100% sure. Paperwork is not my strong suit. But I do feel like there might be some hiccups that might make things a little bit... might drag it out a little bit longer. So I do see it happening within a 3-month time frame. It just might get dragged out a little bit longer, my friend. Oh, I do hope that was able to help you a little bit. So thank you so much. And remember, guys, if you have a burning question you guys want me to answer, go ahead and go to journeyryanlive.com and leave a donation, because you can choose. You have choices, mini, medium, and megas. Those are untimed, so you can listen to me ramble into the ether and lull you to sleep like an ASMR video. You get to hear this yeehaw drawl underneath my tone of accent, just lull you to sleep. It'd be a wild time. I don't know if y'all want that. I don't even know if I want that. But you can do it if you want to with a reading or something like that. It's look. As time goes on, as we get closer to the nighttime, I'm slowly just unwinding, just slowly becoming slightly more unhinged. It's a good time. It's the chaos of the moonlight. I'm here for it. I hope y'all are too. So let's go ahead and jump into our next question. Cindy says, good evening. Does my friend Jay want me to stop reaching out to him? Last time he reached out to me was 5 weeks ago. Oh, okay. I see, Cindy. I'm sorry you two have stopped talking. That kind of blows when that happens. Now, let's see. In terms of, will you two speak again? I do think the answer is generally a yes. I think it's going to, Cindy wants to know, is it over as well? I don't think so, Cindy. I don't think so. I don't feel so. I don't see so. I see that you two will have communication again. So it's more so him who's being a little bit more stubborn. The King of Swords, that's a lot of air energy. Stubbornness with the King of Swords. Icy cold. Think of the winter time. Whoosh, cold, winter fresh gum, icy. He is very icy with his emotions right now, and he's ready to cut off what does not serve, right? I feel like he's not taking the action right now, and he doesn't want to because he doesn't see where there might be a benefit. However, with the Six of Wands here, I do feel like there's going to be a change of heart. So there's a not taking the action right now and not seeing the benefit, but there's a change of heart. There's a Six of Wands here, which comes through as kind of like a victory. I almost feel like, especially with the Six of Swords, he can't fully move on. It's a reverse Six of Swords, by the way. He can't fully move on from what's happening. So what's going to happen is he's going to start thinking, and it's going to hit him. It's going to smack him in the forehead like a V8 splash, and he's probably going to start making his way back into your atmosphere. It's going to take a minute, take him some time, but I do think it's not fully over. I think there's going to be some room for reconciliation and some talking at a certain point in time as well. So this doesn't look like the end. It just feels like the end. And remember, ends are temporary until you get a new beginning, and sometimes a new beginning can be with them or without them. So just be open to however his free will dictates he wants to handle this. Because remember, no matter how I see things now, free will can interrupt and just shuffle around and just discombobulate literally everything, because everyone has the freedom of choice. So I hope that was able to help. Let's take a moment for a second. Let's drink some water. Excuse me, we must drink some water. Adrian says, also your voice is relaxing. Don't be so hard on yourself. Oh, thank you, Adrian. I am one of those people who does not like the sound of my own voice. There's a lot vocally going on. Cindy says, thank you so much. You are so very welcome, Cindy. It is my pleasure. There's a lot vocally that goes on with me. I don't have very strong vocal cords, although I can yell with the best of them. It don't last for long. So I'm a little self-conscious about my voice, unfortunately, but thank you. You guys are awesome. You guys are always out here encouraging me and my foolishness. You guys rock. I gotta drink some water before I start choking live on air, because that does happen, unfortunately, when you be talking. So you guys are awesome. Now let's go ahead and jump into our next question. All right, Clarissa asks, when will I be able to leave my regular job and life coach full time? Okay. This is interesting because the first thing I heard was years. Now, years can be a year, 2 years, 3 years, a singular year, a calendar year, a lunar year. We have options here. So I feel like in terms of how many years, it would probably be within the next year and a half, maybe 2. And that's really within some potential. And I think that potential has to do more with how much work you're going to put into it. And I don't think it's not that you're not putting into the work. I think more so you just don't know where to put in the work. Unfortunately, I'm not a life coach and I have no clue how to even go about that one. But I do think writing down your inner thoughts, and this is an intuitive hit here, writing down your inner thoughts about situations that you observe and then speaking on them to an audience. This could be TikTok. This could be TikTok. This could be some other social media, but there's a need for you to write down your thoughts, parse them together, put them into thoughts for the people, like food for thought, like my carrots for a thought. Do that similar type of thing, but then deliver it to an audience in your own way. I feel like that might be what you need, but I feel like generally that was just kind of spirit coming through. But about a year and a half. So it's going to be a little bit of time before you're able to just like throw that job completely out the window, because I can tell you're over it. I can tell you're done with it, and that's okay. I feel you, because every day there's like wow, how many jobs can you quit and just, do something different? I feel you. So thank you so much for that beautiful question, my friend. You're gonna get through it. Just give it some time. And now let's take a second. Let's take a breather really, really quick. Let's have a carrot for some thoughts. The thought that I have now, kind of branching off and into this drink of water, branching off from how clients approach us, especially with wanting to know certain information. I also wonder a lot of the time how how exactly do our clients perceive us? Does that make sense? We talk to a lot of people on a regular basis, and there's literally nothing wrong with that. The problem here is I think people expect us to have like this abstract memory of things that have happened or things they've told us about. So say we get a client, and what ends up happening is they'll ask us like, oh, do you remember this? And I hate to say this to people because it makes me feel so bad. We speak to sometimes hundreds of clients in a day, especially if you work hotlines like I do and a couple of others do. We speak to hundreds of people in a day, and we cannot possibly remember everyone's scenario. Sometimes it's easier if we see you on a regular basis, but a lot of the times we forget. And I think it makes us a lot of the time feel a little bit bad when our people come to us and they're like, oh, do you remember this, this, this? And I feel like I don't want to say no, but I don't want to say yes. And so this kind of tacks on to this. We're supposed to know everything as psychics, but also not only are we supposed to know everything as psychics, we're supposed to remember everything. Now, I have the memory of a trapped cat in a paper bag. I can't remember everything on a regular basis. I barely remember what I had for breakfast. I don't even remember what I ate this afternoon before I got on air. So I sometimes wonder, how would people like us to remember it? And I wonder if sometimes audiences forget, or sometimes our clients forget, how exactly people work, because sometimes they forget, again, we're people too. And we don't have ironclad memories a lot of the time, especially when you pass energy so quick and back and forth throughout your body. We tend to have a little bit of a short-term memory. So that was like a carrot for a thought. There you go. That was a lot. That's something to think about. But usually my carrots for your thoughts are just little nuggets of thoughts that I have sometimes that I like to share out loud in a public venue. And maybe it resonates with some people, maybe it doesn't, but the choice is yours. But while we're here, let's just go ahead and jump into some more questions. Let's keep the train rolling. Oh, look at me. I got moves today. My little hand wobbles. Anyways, Debbie asks, hello, Debbie. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a minute. Will and should I go back to school to be a flight attendant? It has always been my childhood dream and still is. Oh my God, Debbie, I love that, because I used to want to be a flight attendant too, but then I'm too short. I'm like 4'11". I'm too short to be a flight attendant. That didn't happen. So here I am slinging cards for you today. So should you go back to school and be a flight attendant? If it's something you really want, if it's something you truly desire, do it. You only have as much time in the world as you think you do. It's kind of like that. You should probably go, and I think you will excel at it. So you have a Hermit reverse. Take a step outside your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone and just go for it. And then you have this Four of Pentacles. This is kind of like, it can be a little bit greedy, but then also just accumulate as much knowledge on the situation as you can, because the more knowledge you accumulate, the better it will be. I see a Chariot card as well. This is kind of things moving in fast, bringing balance. This is kind of like a mix of a lot of things. But when you want it and you work for it, you just go for it and it'll come. So I think, yes, you should. Will it be lucrative for you? It just depends, honestly, on how much you think your body can handle, because flight attendant is not the easiest job. Will it be lucrative for you in some degree? Yes. Will it be stabilizing for you in some degree? Yes. Should you do it? If it's something you really want to do, go for it. There is no one stopping you but you. So I do think you should just go ahead and go for it. I'm so excited. Look, I can't be a flight attendant, but I can live vicariously through you. Now, I do know in recent years they removed the height requirements for flight attendants. However, I'm 31. I think I'm secure in my career right now. So I'm good. Good luck to you, my friend. And I can't wait to hear an update. So I can't wait. Good luck. And let's go ahead and jump in. And thank you for your beautiful question, by the way. Allison L., you are the emoji contest winner. Congratulations. So what I like to do for my emoji contest winners is I like to draw from a deck that feels right in the moment. Typically, I like to draw something about that makes you think about yourself in terms of, let's like kind of reflect the light a little bit. Sometimes we got to look a little bit internal to get your external correctly, right? So let's dive in here with some Dark Mirror Oracle. I'll try and like flower it up with some hummingbirds later and make it a little bit more positive. So let's see what I get for you, Miss Allison. Let's see. I feel, Allison, you've been a victim of people talking way too much about you. People who talk about you and know not a dang thing about you. And what I mean by that is, it's like you get so much information about yourself from other people. You almost wonder if they're right because you have people telling you so much about yourself. I feel like you've been a victim of people's negative self-doubt and self-talk of you, and that's kind of been reflected in how you live your life and how you emotionally transmute things to others. So your first card out is this me? Is it you? Is what people say about you really who you are? And if the answer is a hard no, there's a need for you to start separating from the opinions of others, because I feel like there's a part here where we know that people, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how you say it, they are not going to give a crap about the actual reality. They will believe about you whatever they want, and we can't stop it. So at what point do you begin to separate yourself from the thoughts of people? And this is something that we as a society grow up with. Children are kind of mean. Let's be for real, children are mean. This starts in young kidhood. This is childhood stuff when you're getting bullied and teased about certain aspects of your appearance. This becomes when you're a little bit older. This morphs into parents telling you certain things about yourself, family members telling you things about yourself. It's almost like the forgetting that I am this person. And instead of being able to remember this aspect of this part of you that, yeah, you're a little bit different and that's okay, you've almost absorbed the negative energy from others. And so now I think it's time for you to kind of dig through that and start reflecting it outwards. You have the card of the Temple of my own body. This can be kind of subjected into a lot of many different aspects of what I'm talking about here. But I feel like this is almost finding a new respect for yourself. And we're turning this kind of not so positive into a more positive. It's finding a new respect for yourself and remembering that your body is your own temple. You worship your temple as you wish to be worshiped. So why do you have to, bend to the wills and the needs and the desires and the thoughts of others? Why can't you be happy in your own thoughts? There's a need here for you, Allison, to get real comfortable with yourself. Take off this mask that you put on for others because it doesn't do anything for you. It's not pushing you forward. It is literally causing more turmoil in your own mind when you sit here and think about how people perceive or think of you. You have to essentially let it go, take the mask off, and propel yourself and just say, well, here it is, get over it. This is it. This is who I am, be done. You have to be real comfortable with yourself and you'll get there. I think you've already feel like there's a lot of pressure on you to be a certain way. Allison says your reading relates so much to the question I posted earlier. That's funny because I haven't seen your question yet. So look, we're going to jump into this. We're going to get a little bit deeper, Allison. But thank you so much. And I'm so glad it resonates. Allison says things aren't quite being said to my face. It's behind my back. And see, that's the worst. That's the worst when it's behind your back. That is the worst. Because then we take that even harder than if it was right in front of her face. Ooh, Allison, I have so much to get into it with you about, but you're on the right path. You recognize it, you see it. Now it's time to just take the mask off and just be who you want to be. Because screw everybody else. We ain't got time for no one telling you how you should be. Allison, thank you so much for being the emoji contest winner. You're awesome, even though I totally forgot to announce the emoji contest. Look, y'all are on it. Y'all are ready. Y'all are keeping me in check, and I love you guys for that. So Thank you so much, everybody, for participating in the emoji contest. You guys rock. You guys are killing it tonight, and I'm so thankful. So let's go ahead because we got a little bit more time. Let's jump into some more questions. Let's go. Ellie asks, when will Jacob restart college? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna have to answer this in a couple of ways first because we have to bridge into this question. The question more so is, or at least the question I can kind of ask subconsciously is, does he want to restart college? And I feel like the answer generally is yes, to a degree. There's a pause here, and I think it's a lack of confidence here that's kind of coming through. It's a hesitation. It's a, I do, but there's a lack of confidence. So I think this can happen soon, but I think it'd be more likely fall 2024, potentially, that he would restart college. Now, I will do a little bit of a check. I don't know 100% if it's the path he wants, not necessarily college, but this particular college path is what he is looking for, what he wants. Because I'm seeing a star reverse and an ace of pentacles reverse here coming out on the first two cards. That's telling me there's something here that he needs to rethink and kind of refocus on. It's almost like refining what it is that would make him happy. And I think that's where I'm getting that kind of hesitation. Will this career path I'm trying to choose make me happy? And I think there needs to be some thought. So I see autumn 2024, but there needs to be a reset into that. So I do hope that I was able to help my friend. Good luck. That's exciting. College is exciting, tiring, but exciting. So good luck. And thank you. Allison says, thank you. You are so very welcome, Allison. Now, since we are here, let's go ahead and jump into our next question. Yay. And look, it's Allison. Hi. We're back. Allison asks, is my stepmother, S, saying things about me to my daughter that make me look bad and discourages me from having a relationship with her again? Oh, gosh, Allison. I'm so sorry that's happening. I'm going to be honest. I think the answer is a strong yeah here. But I think the reason it's discouraging you is because you feel like people just automatically believe her. So my next question to my cards is, does your daughter actually believe this? And the answer is no. I think you should not be discouraged from having a relationship with your daughter because of the foolishness that your mother-in-law, I believe you said, is doing, or stepmother. I could be wrong. Excuse me. I slightly forgot terminology. You need to go ahead and still pursue the relationship with your daughter because your daughter does not necessarily believe the things that she is being told. And quite frankly, I think she feels more irritated because it's just like getting bombarded a lot of the time. And a lot of the times she's not asking for information. It's just getting thrown at her like venom, like, and she doesn't like it. So she doesn't necessarily believe it all because she can kind of see where this stepmother is being a little bit more venomous. So I think you still need to pursue a relationship because I don't think your daughter really believes. Allison says she wants nothing to do with me, my daughter. I think because there is so much drama happening. I think it's just this weird, the stepmom is talking. That's 100% a thing, but because there's so much drama behind it, even if she believes her or not, she just wants to separate from it for a while. And I think that's kind of fair. She doesn't quite have a clue. She's kind of just caught in the middle of something. And when you're caught in the middle of something, you're trying to just break out of it, and she kind of can't. So I think, quite frankly, it's not just you she wants nothing to do with. It's the whole situation in the stepmother in general. It just feels like it's bombarding her. It's a lot, and she hasn't had time to just independently think for herself. And that's probably why she's just like, everyone leave me the heck alone. Oh, Allison, thank you so much. And I'm so sorry you're going through that, but it is going to get better. Just allow the universe time to put everything in place where it needs to be in place. But thank you so much for your beautiful question. We've had a lot of conversation today, Miss Allison, but thank you so much for being here. And let's jump into our next question. This is a good show. We're doing good so far, you guys. We're doing awesome. Adrian wants to know, hi, Adrian. I would specifically love direction and love any direction concerning my boyfriend, who is also my baby daddy. Our son is almost 3. Oh, baby. Thank you so much. Love the pink background. You are so very welcome, Adrian. So let's see. I want to keep that on screen just for a little bit longer. Direction. Let's see. I would like to ask, are things going positive or more so negative between the two of you? I feel like this is more coming from a negative aspect, because it's like I'm feeling a little bit of an emotional disconnect coming from him. There's an emotional disconnect here. It's very strange. So I'm trying to figure out here what exactly there's a hang up here, and this hang up is emotional because he feels a little bit overstressed. I feel like there's a lot of tension here, and it's leaving you guys in this really weird suspended position where you guys can't move forward. So I do see that. However, I feel like things are good now. The communication is better. Very good. That's good. We have our ups and downs, sure. That sounds about normal. I do think there's a little bit of hang up and suspension. I think this is something that just requires time to work out. I think it's more so stress on his end that I'm kind of picking up. There's a lot of tension here, and the tension's not necessarily because you did anything. I think it's just the adjustments needed into fatherhood. It's kind of a lot for him. So I do see that. Adrian says he is a veteran, did 2 tours, and he is emotionally disconnected to a lot of things. Oh my goodness, Adrian. I'm so sorry he has to go through that. I think if you give it time, it'll get better, but there is support that he kind of needs right now, because that 10 of Wands here is really heavy. He's carrying a lot on his back, and it's making him feel stuck. Adrian says he has struggled being honest with me for sure in the past. I can understand that. I think that's just not something it's that emotional disconnection, and it's something he has to sort of regain within himself. That's going to take a lot of work. But in terms of where you should go from here, I do feel like a little bit of patience may be needed, a little bit more patience. And I know it's hard to understand someone. She says, but there's a lot of love and patience between us. We're just both hard-headed. I understand that, truly. And spiritually, I understand that one. I think with that patience and love, things are going to keep going. Oh my God, Adrian. No, I understand that completely. That stubbornness, that is me. I'm the problem. It's me. But definitely, I think it's going to get better. Just give it a little bit more time. Allow him to adjust. I think it's going to go all right. Oh, my goodness. And I hope things get better. And I hope I was able to help give you some clarity, my friend. And thank you so much for being here and for your beautiful question. All right, you guys. Oh, everything's off. So my time here has come to a close, unfortunately. But you can catch me again. And me and my fun sporadic activity. You can catch me again on Mondays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. You can catch me Monday on I Am Human, and you can find me on Wednesday, 6 p.m. for Down the Rabbit Hole, where next time you probably won't take a wrong turn. You'll be right where you're supposed to be, allegedly, right before you get to the forest with Squirrel. So this has been Whispers from the Forest. Thank you all so much for being here. It is my pleasure. And next Wow, I had a whole sentence lined up, but it's not working. Anyways, you guys, make sure at 12 p.m. you guys come back here for Journey Ryan Live. Yes, I'm getting it right, I think. Holy crap. I can't remember everything, you guys. Come back here at midnight for Journey Ryan Live with the wonderful Journey Ryan, and you guys can get some more questions answered, some of those burning hot questions. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for dealing with me twice in one day. I love you guys so much. Thank you for creating some chaos with me this evening. It has been Bunny. This has been Whispers from the Forest. I love you guys. Mwah. Good night.